Have you ever wondered how our phones, computers, and even microwaves work without interfering with each other? It's all thanks to something called EMI shielding. EMI stands for electromagnetic interference. It's like invisible waves that can mess up electronics. EMI shielding is like a protective barrier that blocks these invisible waves. Think of it as a superhero's force field, but for our gadgets. This shield is super important because it keeps our devices working correctly. Without it, our world would be full of static, glitches, and broken electronics. Traditional EMI shields are often made of metals like copper or aluminum. These metals are good conductors of electricity, which means they can easily absorb and redirect electromagnetic waves. You can find these shields inside many electronic devices, protecting the delicate components from interference. But like all superheroes, even traditional shielding materials have weaknesses. That's where the exciting world of advanced materials comes in. Scientists and engineers are always looking for new and better ways to protect our electronics from EMI. Remember those traditional metal shields we talked about? Well, they're like the big, strong superheroes who are a little slow and inflexible. They work great, but they have some drawbacks. One problem is that metals like copper and aluminum can be heavy. That's not ideal for small gadgets like smartphones or tablets. Imagine carrying around a phone as heavy as a brick. Also, traditional metals can be hard to shape into complicated designs. Another challenge is that metals can corrode or rust over time, especially in harsh environments. This corrosion can weaken the shield and make it less effective. That's a big problem for electronics used outdoors or in industrial settings. So, while traditional metal shields are still useful, we need new materials that are lighter, more flexible, and resistant to corrosion. That's where advanced metallic composites come in. Think of composites like a superhero team, each member with unique powers. Scientists combine different materials to create composites with enhanced properties. For EMI shielding, these composites often involve metals and other cool ingredients. One type is hollow and porous metal-based materials. Imagine a metal sponge full of tiny holes. These holes help to trap and dissipate electromagnetic waves, making the material an excellent shield, plus they're super lightweight. Another exciting area is frequency-selective transmission composites. These materials are like gatekeepers, allowing only specific frequencies of electromagnetic waves to pass through. Imagine a window that blocks harmful UV rays but lets in visible light. Cool, right? Scientists are also exploring particle-based composites where tiny metal particles are dispersed in a matrix material. It's like mixing iron filings with clay to create a shield that can be molded into different shapes. These composites can be customized to block specific types of EMI, like a custom-made suit of armor. Remember how we talked about traditional metals being inflexible? Well, flexible metal-based materials are here to save the day. These materials can bend and flex without losing their shielding effectiveness. One way to make metals flexible is by weaving them into fabrics. Imagine a shirt that can protect you from harmful radiation. These fabrics can be used in wearable electronics, medical devices, and even aerospace applications. Another approach is to create thin, flexible films made of metal composites. These films can be applied to surfaces like wallpaper or window tinting, providing invisible EMI protection. Talk about a superpower disguise. As technology advances, we need more innovative EMI shielding solutions. These new materials are lighter, more flexible and adaptable than ever before. With continued research and development, we can ensure that our electronics are protected from the invisible forces of EMI.